Guys, the Australia versus Nigeria game. I have to tell you how I found out about it. I was gonna watch it when I woke up. So I woke up, went to check the score because I wanted to check to see the score, and then I was gonna watch it, watch the whole thing. I turned to the Olympics website to look at the score, and I was like, "What? Nigeria won?" And then y'all had to go back. Then I went and watched the game. Guys, can I just say, shout out to Team Nigeria? Oh my goodness, what a game, ladies and gentlemen! What a game that we witnessed with Nigeria versus Australia, guys. As you all know, I like Australia. I do. I am, of course, number one when it comes to international women's basketball is the United States. However, I have a big bias towards Australia. I do. I 100% admit that. 100% admit that. But guys, what we witnessed today is the fact that Nigeria is here, and you better watch out. All right. They are not going to kill you with their shooting prowess. That's not what they're gonna do. You know, you're probably gonna outshoot them. But Team Nigeria showed up, and they had one thing on their mind: turn Australia over. Defensive pressure, defensive intensity, and Australia cracked, guys. I could not believe it. Team Nigeria is I don't know. I don't know what to say, guys. They're fantastic. They play with so much heart, and it was just special. It was very, 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 very special to watch. Promise Mukamura, I like her a lot. You got I forgot how to pronounce her name. It's like you had Izini Kalu, absolutely fantastic. And I'm just like, Amy Okonkwo. What? Let's go Nigeria, man! Guys, I tell you, Nigeria is fantastic, and I want to do a special shout out to the coaching staff for Nigeria. Actually, let's answer this question real quick. Lil is asking, how can you watch the other games? I pay for Peacock, so that's how I can watch them. Okay, I play for Peacock, so you can watch all the games on Peacock. So what I do is there's like a section where you can select your sport, and you can go watch any replay, or you can watch a game live. And so when I got up and saw that Australia lost, I went back and looked at the replay games, and then I watched it. They add a lot of commercials through it. But yeah, Peacock does add a lot of commercials, but it's worth it. It's worth watching those commercials and watching the game, because it was fantastic, guys. So if you have not watched Team Nigeria versus Team Australia, do yourself a favor if you have Peacock, because I don't know if this game was actually on TV. I don't know. I watched the game on Peacock, so I don't know. If you watched it on TV, let people know what channel you watched it on, so maybe they could. Well, I guess they would have to have recorded it. But I watched it on Peacock, so that's where I would recommend you go if you want to watch this game. It was just special, guys. It was special to see Team Nigeria play. It was so special to watch them. And their coaching staff, they drew up a masterful plan. It was like, move quickly, and play some awesome defense. All right. I will say though that Australia was terrible, guys. The Australia guards were absolutely atrocious in terms of taking care of the ball. It was like turnovers left and right all day long for Team Australia. It got to the point where I was like, man, this is kind of embarrassing. This is kind of embarrassing. But you know what? This is what happens when preparation meets underestimation. That's what this game was. This game was preparation meeting meeting you know a team that did not believe that Nigeria could beat them. All right. Australia underestimated the mess out of Nigeria, and to be honest with you, I think a lot of us basketball fans did too. I know I did. I know I did. All right. I completely underestimated Nigeria, but they played together. They played with heart. And guys, I'm like, the U.S. better have had a scout watching that game. You better have had a scout watching that game because the way and the thing was, it wasn't like Nigeria was shooting well. They weren't. They were missing a lot of shots, Nigeria. But it was the defensive pressure and intensity that they had that just was the difference maker. It was a difference maker. So they were prepared, and Australia underestimated them. And we get a recipe for a surprise, a huge, huge surprise. The fact that this team Australia, the fact that you have, Ezzy Magmagor on your team, who is a straight up star, okay? The fact that you have her on your team, she only had 9 points, guys. And Ezzy Magmagor only had 5 rebounds. I'm just saying, that's defense. That was from defense, guys. That was from defense. All right. They couldn't do anything. Team Australia. Jade Melbourne, when she would come down the court, turn the ball over, constantly turn the ball over. Ezzy Magmagor turned the ball over significantly. Same for Atlanta Smith. Same for Sammy Wickham. Literally, it felt like every 1 or 2 plays down the court, Australia turned the ball over. All right, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. But shout out to Nigeria because they made Australia look terrible. They made Australia look real terrible. Steph Talbot, I think, had I would say Steph Talbot had one of the best games for Team Australia, and the reason why is because not because she scored. It wasn't because she scored. It was because it felt like she could actually pass the ball around. It felt like she was actually successful at that. She did have 4 turnovers, but I thought that she took care of the ball way better than everybody else. Steph Talbot. So shout out to her. She tried her best. I will also say that Lauren Jackson did play a little bit, and I loved every minute of it. So Lauren Jackson, if y'all don't know, one of my favorite players ever to touch a basketball. And she had 6 points in this game, 2 big 3-point baskets. Overall, Australia played terrible. The reason why is because Nigeria had the defense. And if you all notice, Nigeria, they kept bumping Australia. Keeping them sort of off balance, And that was the big factor in this game. That was the big factor. Yeah. Con Lenny says what Nigeria has is physicality. They will wear down teams physically, and they did that to Australia. Facts. Yes. Con Landing. Yes. You are right. Absolutely, you are right. It's crazy. And guys, this Nigeria team, they could have had way more players on their team. Naja ENT says, imagine Nigeria with Ezzy Magmagor, Arike Ogunbowale, Nneka Ogumake, and Michaela Onyenwere. All are Nigerian. Yeah, imagine if they played on. Yeah, imagine, guys, if they played on Team Nigeria, the U.S. streak of possibly 8 gold medals, that would be out the window in my opinion. Close to, because the guarantee of it would be out of the question. We would probably see Nigeria versus Team USA in the gold medal game if All the pro Nigerians were actually able to play for Nigeria. Crazy. But anyway, that's that game. Guys, I highly recommend y'all watch that game because that game was extremely entertaining. I forgot who asked the question earlier. Draymond, if you still on here, please do yourself a favor and watch the Australia versus Nigeria game. That was crazy entertaining. Crazy. To be honest with you, I enjoyed that game more than Team USA. Mainly because mainly because it was just such an intense battle. It was so intense. And because the team that was not supposed to win won. Because again, anybody can get got. Australia got. Don't underestimate teams. You got to show up and show out every single game. You got to. All right. Yeah. Eric, Christy Wallace is on Team Australia. I thought she didn't play well. Yeah, she did. She didn't play well. So yeah. That's yeah. I don't know. I thought yeah. I mean, but to be honest with you, nobody really played well for Team Australia. But yeah. Christy Wallace didn't play well. Patrice says, I need the merch. Anybody can get it. It's in my store, qlsapparel.com. qlsapparel.com. All right. Paris says, with enough defense and rebounding, any big three is powerful. Yeah. All right, guys, let's move on. But before we move off of Nigeria, I do want to let you all know about this awesome fact. Guys, did you know this is Team Nigeria, women's basketball, first win in 20 years at the Olympics. First win in 20 years. And what a win. What a win, guys. So again, y'all, we got to claps, snaps, all that stuff to Team Nigeria. What a game. Those ladies balled out and they shocked everybody. They shocked people. They shocked people. Again, Team Nigeria women's basketball is an example of when preparation meets underestimation. You want to underestimate Nigeria? Okay, they just can't. They just beat you. Now what you gonna do? Because now Australia has to worry about, are you even going to make the quarterfinals? Are you even going to be able to get out of the group? Because now that you got to worry about it now. Now you have to worry about it. So again, shout out to Nigeria. They making stuff happen.